transvestites. They're transitioning from one thing to another. We're transhumanizing.
They're transitioning the human race to another species, okay? And it won't be long. It'll be in the 2020s, Doc. If you survive to 2030 without any of these genetic therapies injected into you, these biological operating systems, if you can survive to the 2030s and not become a human antenna, it's not just going to be one thing. It's going to be multiple things that they're going to try to get into our bodies.
Right.
If you can survive to the 2030s as a pure human being, you're going to be in a small minority of resistors. Of course, they'll call you terrorists, insurrectionists, enemies, infidels, but you will be the remaining purebloods. You'll be the remaining human purebloods on the planet. Satan is eliminating God's creation. That's why the time until Jesus Christ comes back, I believe it's very short. Nothing like this has ever happened, Doc. Nothing. It's never happened like this on this scale. We don't know what kind of technology that they had before the Great Flood. But the Bible says that Noah was pure in his generation.
Yes.
Does that mean he and his family were the last purebloods left on the planet?
Yeah, that's what the Bible says. So.
But the Nephilim were here. And the Nephilim are still here. And they're busy. And they're directing these scientists and engineers. And they are now transitioning the human race into another species, which is being merged with technology. Synthetic biology. Study that. Just go online and study synthetic biology. It will shock you to find out what advances in synthetic biology they've already made.
One of the other interesting aspects of this particular article, though, is how 6G is going to operate in a whole new environment. It's not going to be operating like 5G is now, basically radio waves and wires. It's going to operate in light. It's going to be transmitted through light. Lucifer, he's an angel of light, and so, and we're talking 6G. I just think it's interesting that, even in our own studio here, LED lights, they're pervasive. Every light you own nowadays is an LED light. And I didn't know that it turns on and off 1,000,000 times a second, but they can now use light to transfer information. And so that's one of the words that we've come across at these tech conferences is the word ubiquitous. In other words, it's everywhere you look. What's more ubiquitous than light?
Satan wants to be able to say he is the light of the world. Doc, that's what it comes down to.
Right.
He duplicates through technology everything that God is through his being. And Satan wants to be able to say that he, Satan, is the light of the world.
Yes.
And that's where he's moving. So we'll watch this advancement in technology. Look, God could set it back. He could mess up their technology, mess up their plans. We don't know. But if we continue on the path that we're on, there's not going to be a lot of pure blood humans left on the planet in the 2030s.
Mr. Hurtado admitted that he wanted to set the house on fire because he wanted to kill everybody inside.
Philemon Robert Hurtado set fire to his brother's house using gasoline early Tuesday morning after his brother went to work.
Philemon Hurtado, the man everyone said was a psycho. But what the news didn't say or report was that Philemon claimed he set fire to expose celebrity human trafficking and the cloning ring. Although it's deemed illegal, Government warned any company participating in any sort of cloning will face full punishment.
Therefore, today I am issuing a directive that bans the use of any federal funds for any cloning of human beings.
But I didn't say we can't do it.
How many Al Rokers are there?
There are.
How do we know you're not?
It's a government program. It's a cloning program.
And
a woman claims a man who looks like Mike Tyson lured her into a sexual assault, where the victim says the look-alike sexually assaulted her. Now, the look-alike even has a tattoo similar to the one Tyson has on his own face. The real Mike Tyson heard about the investigation and shared a photo taken. It places him in Florida when the incident in Houston took place.
Okay, this is either really cool or a little strange, but that's who you're doing business with, right? So.
What is this?
That is Marilyn's hair. So.
You can clone her.
So, that's awesome.
Oh my god, I'm literally going to do some crazy voodoo shit that I learned in one week. And I channel her.
Oh my god, I'm literally going to do some crazy voodoo shit that I learned in 1 week. And I channel her.
This is so special to me. Thank you so much. This is so cool. So cool.
Good vibes.
Wow. This is sleeping with me every night. Sorry, babe.
You have to realize that there's more than one Obama.
Okay.
They're clones.
Ah, all right. Well, it would take a lot to do a lot of that.
No, and you think I'm kidding you. I'm serious.
Okay.
You when you see the clone can sing and dance. Yeah. The real Obama, yeah, he can't sing, he can't dance. No, it's true. And whenever you see his wife with the clone, she's like on a bad date. She's very standoff. Her and her kids.
She doesn't like that.
But the real Obama, they're always hugging him and close to him, kissing him, brushing the dandruff off, because he has dandruff. He really does. That's why I did that commercial for whatever that shampoo was. No, but seriously.
You don't need help.
No, but it's true. No. But you think I'm kidding. Watch them, okay? Even the little dog, the real Obama, the little dog's all up in their face. But the clone, the little dog is barking at the clone all the time.
You know how when we talked about the Kanye West thing, it was like he kind of softly admitted to sacrificing his mother for fame. And we've seen this tons and tons of times. People's, their brother dies and they're famous. Like there's a sacrifice, like literal actual blood sacrifices happening for worldly treasures, right? Mm-hmm. You said that the innocence that you kill in a child is a form of demonic sacrifice.
Yes.
What does every celebrity have now instead of dead kids?
Trans kids.
Trans kids.
Yeah.
And I've heard this said, a lot of people said, you're not going to see them killing their kids anymore. You're going to see them transing their kids.
Yep.
Because it's still a form of sacrifice. And if they can get away with what's the line? I'd rather have an alive son than a dead daughter.
Yep. It's literally, that's their choice.
That's the choice of sacrifice in the elites today.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now... Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote. It's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times. Right. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more. If your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way.
Kevin Hart may have been killed in 2019 and been replaced with a clone.
Wait, what, bro?
The story goes that in 2019, he got in a car wreck when he was in the car with two friends. He had this nice muscle car, and it flipped over, and the top half was crunched.
He said, "It's a resurrection. That's the best way for me to put it. I feel like the other version of myself died in that moment. And this new version was born to understand and do better."
And then there's this interview where he literally says that he's a clone.
How do you do it? I have a clone. I was gonna say that. There's two of you. Cat's out the bag. Okay? It's about a good 3 of me. You know, we broke it. They didn't want to release it yet. This is major news that I'm giving you. All right. I'm the first person to ever use it. I'm cloned. I'm cloned. I'm cloned.
Now, this is all a conspiracy theory.
I mean, if you just listen to his stand-up comedy routines throughout the years, like, they're a lot different than they used to be.
Very large, and it consists of approximately 21 star systems in this part of the galaxy that they have taken over. And when they take over a planet, they usually turn the inhabitants into slaves. Not direct slaves, but indirect slave, because they want them to continue to be productive. And we were just going to be part of that empire.
Would you say that we are currently under the control of reptilians?
I think so. They control the media, they control the banks, they control the educational system, they control religion. What's left?
So what is the actual process towards awakening that humans can achieve? How do we kick our rulers aside and activate our own potential?
The main advantage that we have is our consciousness. According to an alien by the name of Kyla, who came here from the Procyon system, we have the ability to reach into the higher dimensions. The reptilians do not have that ability. That's why they try and keep us dumbed down. If we could raise our consciousness, not very much really, to the point where we see what they're all about and understand what it's all about, the game is over. They can't